When I started ministry, BMA had not become born again. He had not been born again when I started. He was still in Sele. What God cannot do does not exist. It's not the truth. People think I'm jealous of Jerry Eze. Jerry Eze is by far my... It's not about sentiment. It's about knowing what the truth is. I believe in miracles. I believe in healing. But not this RNG that we're seeing today.
Are you saying the miracles are RNG?
Can't you see most of those crutches are all the same color? They're all brand new. In what world will people come for a crusade and all of them are carrying the same brand of crutches? Why are you asking for tithe? If you read the book of Acts, nobody paid tithe to anybody. Jesus didn't pay tithe. Jesus didn't receive tithe. All the disciples of Jesus had professions. So all of this idea that because God has called you, you must resign your job. I don't know where they're bringing it from because it's not Bible. That I was a master in that gospel. Some of them is my template they're using.
Yes, because there are videos of you saying that if you don't pay your tithes, divorce will come for you.
I was Baba.
So when did this change? Did your format cast?
It was a gospel that started by saying, men of God should not be poor because God is not poor. And it started making sense. And then we started seeing some men of God raising money and living better. So we also wanted to live. In the New Testament, we don't tithe. There's no percentage. God is not demanding something from you like a tax master. No. Christianity is historic and apostolic. That means what the apostles didn't do, we're not supposed to do. What Jesus didn't teach, we're not supposed to teach. What Jesus didn't do, we're not supposed to do. Jesus didn't pay tithe. Jesus didn't receive tithe. Paul didn't pay tithe. Paul didn't receive tithe. Peter didn't pay tithe. Peter didn't receive tithe. Because the book of Ephesians tells us that the church of Jesus is built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets. Christ himself, the cornerstone, which means it's apostolic and historic. If you read the book of Acts, nobody paid tithe to anybody, but people gave. The Bible tells us people sold lands and houses and brought, and distribution was made so that everybody was taken care of and nobody was lacking inside the church. So in the New Testament, we don't tithe. What do we do in the New Testament? We give generously. We give willingly. God loves a cheerful giver. When you have experienced his goodness, when you have experienced his love, nobody will need to tell you to support his work on earth. It will flow naturally. That is New Testament. It is generosity, not 10%.